Welcome to the Control-M Authorizations overview video. In this video, you will learn how to manage authorizations. In Control-M, you can define different levels of access and authorization for different users. You achieve this by defining roles and then assigning users to those roles. A role is a set of rules that define the level of access and authorization in the Control-M environment. Control-M has three predefined roles. An administrator has full access to all functionalities. A team leader has partial access, with the ability to manage permissions for each member of the team. And viewer has view access only. You can add more roles according to the needs of your organization. You can also define level of access to the planning and monitoring domains, as well as who can install and manage new agents or plugins. Once roles have been set up, you can assign users roles according to the required level of access for each user. Let's assume that you have a new data processing team in your organization. You want to give the new team specific access according to its needs. In the planning domain, the team would need full access to folders which start with DP for data processing. In the monitoring domain, the team needs to be able to perform actions on folders that start with DP. Let's start by defining a new role. To access roles, go to the configuration domain, click the orange drop-down button, and select Roles. You can add a new role here. In this example, we're going to select an existing role, duplicate it, and make a few adjustments. Select Team Leader and duplicate. Let's call this role Data Processing. You can enter a short description about the team here. Associate with organizational groups and associate with organizational users are used if your organization uses IDP or LDAP. Associate with organizational groups enables you to associate the new role's level of authorization with an existing IDP or LDAP security group, whereas associate with organizational users enables you to define the level of authorization directly through the role by associating the role with specific users in your organization, regardless of the IDP or LDAP user's security group settings. In interface access, you define the interfaces that users associated with this role can access Control-M. Let's remove the Control-M desktop client and access to Automation API. In Access Control, Planning, Folders, let's define that the data processing team can browse, update, and run jobs in any folders that start with the letters DP. This role will have access to browse, update, and run jobs that are in folders that start with DP. If we were to grant full access, the DP team would be able to delete these folders too. In Monitoring, Job Permissions, Access Level, you can define which actions this role can perform and what this role can view. In Access Level, let's give full access. If you want to choose specific access level, click the drop-down arrow to toggle the actions that this role can take or the job properties that this role can view. Let's add a filter. If the folder name starts with DP*, this role can only access folders that start with the letters DP. In Tools, let's remove access to the application integrator for this role. In Configuration, under Agents, by Agent Tags, enter DP_tag and give full access. Now, this role can view and manage agents based on the assigned tag. In Alerts, you can change the alerts access level to Browse, Update, or Full. In Workflow Insights, you can define if this role has access to Workflow Insights. The data processing team requires access to Workflow Insights. Now click Duplicate to create the new role. Let's go to Users and add a new user from the data processing team. Enter the new user's name and then assign the data processing role that we just defined. The new user is now authorized to view and perform actions that we have defined in the data processing role. If you wish to associate the user to an LDAP user, you would need to supply the user and domain. Now, enter a user password and define the password expiration period. Finally, you can choose to lock this account and activate it at a later stage. This concludes our Control-M Authorizations overview. In this video, you've learned how to define a new role, create a new user, and assign the role to the new user in the Control M environment. Thanks for watching.